Greetings. Hey, if you were thinking about looking up a certificate of eligibility for your VA loan, I wanted to give you a quick video on how to do that. So I'm here on Microsoft Bing, but you can use Google. I don't know why I defaulted to this, but I mean, I am using Edge, but it doesn't really matter. But if you put into the search engine apply for VA loan COE, you could also put request for VA loan COE. Either way, it doesn't much matter. You could go directly there from this one where it says apply, or you can hit this how to request, which is the next tab here that will pop up. So this will pop up. It will ask you to log in and everything. So I'm already logged in. And then you would go down to request a COE right here, which then brings up this next tab. And for me in particular, I already have an automatic COE, so it's already here for me to download. Now, that might not be the same for you. You might have to download a form or submit a form to get that. I think it might have. I think it's all online though, if I remember correctly, but you would download it here if it's already ready, maybe if they already have your information or you've already requested one in the past, then you'll have one here. And then it pops up, and I've blocked out some of these things, but you can see here it's going to show what your entitlement is. So mine is at 0, right? I've used this amount of entitlement charged on my primary residence with the date. It gives you a little bit more information below. But one of the other things to remember with this is that if you're calculating the amount of entitlement you have left, because this says 0, right? But I didn't use everything. So when you use this for your primary residence, there is actually no cap. There's no like max loan level. But if you're going to use secondary entitlement or get something else, you're going to have to use, I can't remember the exact amount, but it's around 766,000, which is like the max or the number that you would use. And then what you would do is you would subtract whatever you've used here for your loan amount, and then you get that difference, right? So this is actually right now, I could technically buy a primary home, because you have to leave your home that you're in and you got to go to this other home and live there for a year. Now, if something happened, you just have to have like the, your I can't remember the wording, but basically you are saying I'm going to go live there for a year. Now, if something happened, if you got orders or if you had to move a job or something like that, you could actually break the year. You could leave in 6 months, but you do have to go and it has to be, you have to consider it your primary residence, change your address, all that type of stuff. So I could get a home for $137,000 and not pay anything down, still use my VA loan for it. Now, could I get something higher? Yes, I could. So let's say I wanted a $300,000 loan. So what is the difference between that? 300,000 minus 137,000 is equal to 163. Now, one of the myths with VA loan is that you have to pay this amount, like you out of pocket. You're going to have to pay that whole amount, because that's the difference between the home price and the amount of entitlement you have left. But that's not true. You only have to pay 25% down of whatever this difference is. So we can say that is going to be the amount that you would be out of pocket. So 40,000. So 25% down. I might have messed up. It might have been 20%, but I think it's 25. And this would be the amount that would be out of pocket if you were going to get a $300,000 home with that entitlement that I'm showing with you. So you could do this on your own. You can go in and look to see how much you have as a loan amount. subtract it from 766,000, see how much you have left over, and then, let's say you have $300,000 left over, you can get a house, $300,000, nothing down. If you wanted to go a little higher, that's fine, but you'd have to pay 25% of the difference. So if you wanted a $400,000 house, but you had $300,000 left of entitlement, you only had to pay 25% of this 100,000. So you're not going to be paying that full amount. You're just going to be paying that 25%, which is 25,000. So that's kind of just a quick overview on how to download your CoE and a little tidbit of how to use secondary entitlement if you've already used your VA loan. Take care.